Well, hey there, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm Fox News meteorologist Jennifer Lambers, and today what we are going to be talking about, let's see, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Let's see, today we're going to be talking about the rain showers and the thunderstorms that we're tracking out there at this time, but also it's been wet and soggy so far for this month, and so we're going to dive more into the details of what we've seen and what's expected. So again, welcome into this edition of Next Weather. In case you can't join us right now, in case you want to go back and watch this later, you can always do so by downloading any of our streaming apps, plus also finding us on YouTube. And in case you're joining along on Facebook Live, feel free to ask any questions that you may have there. But let's go ahead and dive deeper into the forecast at this time with what we're tracking, because already noticing some of those showers and thunderstorms out there along the Gulf Coast. And so regardless of where you are, you're likely seeing some of that cloud cover out there so far to begin. It's gray, it's gloomy, looking like it could rain at any point, but really just following along to where we're seeing the majority of these showers and thunderstorms to begin for today. So our Mississippi counties, especially closer towards Leakesville, you're likely hearing those rumbles of thunder, noticing about a few isolated. I think I see about 2 lightning strikes right there. And so even if you're closer towards Lucedale, you're likely still hearing some of this, some heavy downpours. Citronelle noticing more of those isolated showers. McIntosh, Vinegar Bend, and taking a look closer towards northern Clark County, some areas just to the north of Alma, beginning to notice some of that along with Jackson. And then the Florida Panhandle, things are active in Santa Rosa County. A lot of this moving out of the Pensacola area, approaching closer towards Milton and Allentown. Very active with some of those lightning strikes. And take a look at Century, Jay, McDavid. You're really experiencing more of that lightning and some heavy downpours. Some of this is just on the north side of I-10, so in case you are heading out anytime soon, just make sure you're driving carefully. And then areas just closer towards Red Level, Castleberry, Evergreen, Roberts, Bradley, Rome, and Brooklyn. More of that moderate rainfall, but closer towards Mountain Union, that's where we're really starting to notice more of that lightning beginning to ramp up. So if you're in Evergreen, you're likely hearing some of that, along with Bruton area. You're likely hearing more of that thunder and lightning, but the majority of it taking place to the northeast of you. So let me know where you're viewing from, where you're watching from, and if you're seeing any of those showers and thunderstorms at this time. Again, pretty isolated, closer towards the coast, more scattered for our inland counties. So Clark, Washington, Monroe, Conecuh, and Escambia in Alabama, and also the Florida Panhandle, Mobile, Baldwin counties, pretty quiet and dry. Really the only rain that we're noticing at this point is going to be closer towards very far northern Mobile County, closer towards Citronelle. So if you're seeing anything out there, let us know what you're seeing. But I really want to talk about too what we've seen for the rainfall so far. And so this is going to be a look at radar estimated rainfall that we've seen just over the past 24 hours. And so now we continue to go forward in time. Some of the rain that we noticed yesterday morning, it's beginning to drop off of some of these estimates, but even then, many areas just saw at least a little bit of rain yesterday, getting closer towards that ½ inch. Once you start to notice more of that blue coloration, that's getting closer towards 1 inch. And then the purple coloration closer towards Monroe and Conecuh counties, that's where we're starting to notice more of that 1.5 inches up to 2.5 inches. It's going to be that purple coloration. So really ranging just a bit. Yesterday in Mobile, they recorded 0.85 inches of rainfall. Not reaching a record, but well above normal, pretty much tripling that number. And then at Pensacola International Airport, a little bit higher than what they typically see in a day. Remember, we're in our summertime pattern, picking up 0.37 inches of that rainfall. Nowhere near a record, but just continuing to stay wet and soggy every single day. Most of these records, whenever we see them during the summertime months, typically come from some of those tropical systems that we see. So not seeing any of that, just picking up trace amounts, getting closer towards about ½ inch up to 1 inch in both spots. But where are we so far for the month and for the year? This is going to be for Mobile. So for the month, picking up close to 10 inches of rainfall. The month we're on the 22nd day of July, so we still have a lot to go to see these numbers only continue to tick up. We are seeing a surplus, so noticing that departure from normal, it's a positive number, so 4.5 inches. For the year, we've received 43.5, a little above that, inches of rainfall, and the departure from normal also showing that surplus of over 5 inches of rain. So we've really made up for it in the month of July, noticing quite a bit of rainfall, wet and soggy with those rain chances every single day. And then CJ, I will get to your question in just a little bit about the rainfall. If Mobile is going to start to see any of that today, I'll have a look at your future cast. But still expecting some of that. There's a decent chance for everywhere to see some of those showers for today, but I'll look at that in just a moment. Also taking a look at the rainfall almanac for Pensacola. So far for the month, picking up almost 6.5 inches. The surplus not as high, a little bit over an inch. For the year, not as high as Mobile, just shy of 40 inches and still higher than what's expected. So 2.5 inches for that surplus again. So we're in a positive amount of rain so far for the year, but these numbers will only continue to tick up now that we're expecting more rainfall for the days ahead of us. And so the rainfall chances over the next 5 days, it's summertime. We have the heat, we have the humidity, and we have more of those pop-up showers and those thunderstorms. So rain chances possible every single day, random where they're going to be developing, not quite expecting those squall lines to push through where we have a better idea of when we can expect a line of storms. Instead, it's just those pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible at any point. And so just make sure that you're keeping the rain gear handy in case you're heading out anytime soon. Just a reminder, you can always download the Fox 10 weather app. It's great because it has a futurecast option in the palm of your hand. But one thing that really comes in handy for me is that it'll send you push alert notifications if lightning is around you. So that way you have a decent idea knowing if you need to head inside, if one of those showers or thunderstorms is heading your way. Now, I did want to take a look at the rainfall forecast over the next 7 days, and what we're expecting to see is more of that rainfall continuing, and it's showing an additional 2 to even 3 inches of rainfall, especially for Mobile, Baldwin counties, extending on the north side of Escambia County, Florida, and into Escambia County, Alabama. So more of where that purple coloration is, it includes portions of Clark County, Washington County, and George and Greene counties in Mississippi. So do just be careful that some of the rain rates could be higher in some of these storms, and that we could just see more and more rain on the way. And so here is the rainfall outlook. This is from the Climate Prediction Center, the CPC. It takes a look ahead, and we've showed these before, and just a reminder of how it works. It's probabilities. And so the darker the colors, that just means it's a higher chance. It's not saying that you're going to be getting more rain if it's a darker color. It's just higher chances of doing so. And so it's still a light green. You can see closer towards Texas. That's more of where the dark green is. And so we have a good chance of being wetter than normal as we make our way closer towards July 28th into August 1st. But really no surprise, that's just summertime here on the Gulf Coast. And this one will take us a little bit further. This is taking us from July 30th into August 5th and showing a pretty similar look, just lightly leaning towards that wetter than normal. So still tracking the potential for additional rain showers and thunderstorms. So here's a look at your futurecast. It started a little bit ago, but let's get closer towards where we currently are. And so we make our way closer towards 245. So it's a very similar look to what we're noticing right now. The majority of those rain showers and thunderstorms taking place towards Washington, Clark, Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia, and the Florida Panhandle. We make our way later on closer towards around the dinner time hour as you're heading home from work, and we could see more of that lull in the activity, still impacting portions closer towards Conecuh, Escambia, Monroe counties, and just far Okaloosa County, but then expecting this to ramp up heading into this evening. So there's the 8 p.m. hour, and Mobile, Baldwin counties, that's when we have the highest chances to see more of these showers and thunderstorms heading into the remainder of your evening. And so heavy downpours, gusty winds, frequent lightning, all possible with more of those storms. You can see they're just tracking further, really the east-northeast, pushing through Baldwin County and escaping from the Fox and viewing area by that point, but isolated showers and thunderstorms possible heading into the overnight hours. And so just a reminder that this is what we're currently tracking on radar at this time. And in case you have any questions for me, if you guys have any requests of information that you want to know. Again, we're doing this next weather. It's mainly just to dive deeper into the forecast and to keep you updated on what's going on, plus also covering additional topics that interest you guys. And so with this, during this time of year, we range from talking more about the rainfall that we've seen to also talking about the tropics. The good news, things are quiet in the tropics right now, courtesy of Saharan dust, but I'm going to talk more about that coming up on Fox 10 Live. But thank you so much to everyone for joining us on today's edition of Next Weather. Again, here's a look at that radar. Things are pretty active out there. Keep keep a hand on that umbrella in case you're heading out anytime soon. We'll be back tomorrow with an additional look at what you can expect with the forecast and to dive deeper into that and everything else that's going on. But just a reminder, you can always watch this again on all of our streaming apps, our YouTube, and also our Facebook. We try to go live Monday through Friday at 2:30 in case you guys do have any questions for us. But wishing everyone a fantastic Monday. I will see you all on Fox 10 Live beginning here in just about 20 minutes. See y'all then.